Democrats to the military refuse illegal orders. 6 Democratic lawmakers with military and intelligence backgrounds have released a video reminding America's troops that they can refuse illegal orders and that they must refuse them. Senator Alyssa Slotkin, a Democrat, warns that threats to the Constitution are coming from inside the country. Senator Mark Kelly says the law is clear. You can refuse illegal orders. Representative Chris DeLuzio adds that you must refuse them. The message comes as some troops quietly express fear about the legality of Trump-ordered strikes on alleged narcotics traffickers at sea. The Trump administration responded by accusing Democrats of encouraging insurrection. Legal scholars say the real concern is that Congress has failed to fully examine the legality of these policies. Okay, so what's the real message here? Democrats are finally getting a little more spine and backbone. They realize that the Republicans who control Congress are never or rarely going to stand up to Trump other than Epstein for about 5 minutes. They're letting him wage illegal wars around the world, and they're sending a message. The Democrats are now sending a message to the troops. You don't have to follow illegal orders. This could be the beginning of separation between this union between the military and Trump. It's worth paying attention. All right, I'm going to show you this video because this is not normal in American politics, but it's also not normal for the United States to just start bombing boats in the Caribbean or any place else. So let me show you this right now. And I'm going to ask my colleague, Keem, to bring up the volume. I'm going to hit play. So again, this is a video made by Democratic members of the House and Senate. And I'm not hearing the video, so I apologize for that. I'll ask my colleague Hakeem to take a look at this a minute. Oh, I think I see the message. I see the problem there. Let's try it one more time. I see a mute button is on it. No, we're not able to mute it. But it's really a pretty simple ad where you've got not just Democrats, but Democrats who've actively served in the military. There's Mark Kelly, the former astronaut who's been to space. So these are people that any honest, fair-minded person would say you cannot question their commitment to the military. They've risked their lives. They've either served in the military or they have served in very senior intelligence capacity. So these are people who know what they're talking about. These are not people who just reflexively think, oh, the military's bad and let's just do cut spend. No, these are people who've devoted their lives to protecting America, to serving in the military, and they are rightfully concerned that
Senator
American soldiers are being ordered to commit illegal acts. And they're just reminding soldiers that you can say no. All right, I believe we have our audio problems fixed. I will go ahead and try to play the audio now.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow.
I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard.
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution, and
And who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Wow, so that was pretty powerful. Okay, whether you agree with the sentiment or not, it is showing that we are increasingly a divided nation. And there is a real problem, whether you are a liberal, a progressive, a Democrat, a centrist, a right of center conservative, a libertarian. There are many, many people across the political spectrum who are saying something's odd going on in Washington. Our founders did not intend to have a king. In fact, the whole reason our country was started was to get away from the notion of kings. They gave the power of declaring war to the Congress. They gave the power of ratifying treaties to the Congress, to the Senate. And we are seeing day after day with this Congress, led by Republicans in both houses, is that they're saying to the executive, we don't want any more power. Just do whatever you want, and we will give you a rubber stamp yes. The Democrats have no real power in the House or the Senate right now, other than the occasional use of the filibuster. This is one way they can fight back. They're trying to bypass the chain of command, essentially, and remind actual citizens who are in the military, whether you're a major or a general or a private, they're reminding them, you do not have to follow an illegal order. If someone says, bomb this person, even though there's no evidence, kill this person, even though there's no evidence that they are committing a crime or on U.S. soil or a combatant in a war, you actually have the right to say, no, I'm not going to do it. And maybe in the short term, there's pain. Maybe you're disciplined. Maybe you're court-martialed. But at some point, implicit in this message from the Democrats is one day we will get back to norms. One day we will be a society judged and ruled by a constitution. And when that day happens, you're going to look pretty good if you said no to unconstitutional order. And the corresponding is true as well. If you just blindly follow what dear leader tells you and commit atrocities, and harm people, kill them, murder them, you're not going to get a pass necessarily just because you say, I was following orders. Other people have tried that in the past. Certainly that was done a lot in the previous century. They didn't end up looking too good. And so I think it's very important that these Democrats did this. By the way, it's a pretty nice video. Lots of quick edits, music, lots of different faces, all of them with unimpeachable military and intelligence credentials. So it wasn't a whole bunch of people who were just known as anti-war activists, big liberals, radical left who are always anti-military. These were all people who believe in the military, served in the military or the intelligence establishment. So they can't be written off or dismissed very easily. But some do. Stephen Miller in the White House said it's an attempt to spark insurrection. Well, insurrection is something Stephen Miller knows a lot about. And last time I checked, it's hard to tell. Did he mean that as an insult or as a compliment?